All right, friends, for tonight's homework, you are going to need your workbook, page 531 that you took home, your pencil, and your notebook. So go ahead and go get those things right now. All right, we're going to start with the notebook, and you need to turn to page 70 and 71. So your equivalent fraction match is going on page 68 and 69. Page 70 on the left side, we're going to title Fraction and Equivalents. Page 71, we're going to title Fractions on a Number Line. So pause the video and write those down. All right, then you're going to go ahead and just set your notebook aside for now. Get your pencil and your workbook page. We are going to be looking at equivalent fractions using a number line, but I'm also going to kind of use my fraction fish to help me when looking for them. So we're going to start up here at the top with number 1. On page 531. Number 1 says, name an equivalent fraction for 1/3. So I'm looking for something equivalent to 1/3 on my number line. Now, the top part of my number line, I have 1/3, 1/2. Down here, I have 1/6, 4/6. 5/6, and then 1 whole. So I noticed that how many intervals are there? There's 6. All right, so there were 6 intervals, so 6 parts, I'm naming 6. So if this is 1/6, then this one's going to be what? 2/6. Good. Then the next one? 3/6. Then I had 4/6, 5/6, and 6/6. Remember, if the numerator and the denominator are the same, it's 1 whole. So name an equivalent fraction of 1/3. So what lined up with 1/3? What was equal or had the same value? Good. 2/6. And then I could also do my fraction fish. If I had 1/3, to get from 1 to 2, what do you have to do? Multiply by 2. If I do multiply by 2 on top, I have to multiply by 2 on bottom. Is 3 times 2, 6? Yes, so it is an equivalent fraction. So my answer is 2/6. So since I filled in my number line, now I can do the next one. Name an equivalent fraction for 1/2. Which one lines up with 1/2? Good, 3/6. And I can check it with my fraction fish. 1 times 3 is 3. 2 times 3 is 6. So it is an equivalent fraction. Now it wants an equivalent fraction for 4/6. Oh my goodness. So I need one for 4/6. So I'm going to divide by 2, divide by 2. If I do 4 divided by 2, what do I get? 2. If I have 6 divided by 2, I get 3. Now, let's also see. 2 skips was 1/3. So if I go 2 skips again, 1/3 plus 1/3 is 2/3. Then if I go another, that would be 3/3, which is also, yes, 1 whole. All right, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to look at number 6, and we're going to do that together. And for number 6 through 10, you're using this number line here to find the equivalent fractions. Okay, so 6 says, which of the following fractions names an equivalent fraction for point A? So look at point A. Point A, I have 2/12. So I'm going to use my fraction fish. If I have 2/12, I'm going to put 3/4 next to it. Is there anything that I can do to 2, multiplying or dividing, that gives me 3? No, there's not. So I'm going to erase that one, and I'm going to cross it out because it's not equivalent. What about 2/3? If I have 2/3. Well, if I have 2, I could divide by 1, but that wouldn't work there. So 2/3, not equivalent. What about 1/6? Well, if I divide 2 by 2, I get 1. If I divide 12 by 2, do you get 6? Yes, so that one is. Now let's check with 1/4. If I have 1/4, well, let's see. I'd have to multiply by 2 here. If I do 4 times 2, does that give me 12? No. So which one is equivalent? 1/6. So let's think. I have 1/6 here. I notice that my denominator on the bottom for each interval is what? 12. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So this tells me my first one is 1/12, 2/12, 3/12, 4/12, and I want you to pause and fill in the rest of your 12ths. Okay, so you should have all of your 12ths done. But then we looked up here and we said, if we go from 1, 2, that was 1/6. So 1, 2, that would be 2/6. 1, 2, that would be 3/6. I want you to keep filling in your top part with your 1/6. All right, so there's your number line completed. You're now going to use this number line to answer 7, 8, 9, and 10. Once you've answered those, you are going to tuck them in to page 71 because I'm going to check it tomorrow and then you're going to tape it in. But then you're also going to answer a question on page 70. So I'm going to pause and write it real quick. Okay, so you're going to write this down on page 70. When in real life would it be important to have or use equivalent fractions? So in just a second, you're going to pause and write that down. Then once you have it written down, I want you to go ahead and answer it. So when you come in tomorrow, you're going to have your answer over here and the number line sheet over here to check. If you have any questions, post them to Google Classroom and I'll see you tomorrow. Have a good night.